U.S. backs Inec on BVAs, threatens visa ban on election riggers. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channels. To get notified when we post hot juicy news updates, please click on the notification bell. The United States U.S. has threatened sanctions including visa restrictions on anyone who interferes with the democratic process or instigates violence in the 2023 general elections. Inec admits challenges in protecting servers from hackers. Identifies 2.7 million unqualified registered voters in Kano. IGP intelligence community warned political parties against thuggery violence. 9.3 million PVCs lying idle in Inec coffers. Utomi alleges. The news in detail, please. The United Nations U.S. has threatened sanctions including visa restrictions on anyone who interferes with the democratic process or instigates violence in the 2023 general elections. The United States also threw its weight behind the decision of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) to deploy biometric voter accreditation system (BVAs) and the electronic transmission of results for the poll. Political counselor at the United States Embassy in Nigeria, Rolf Olson, gave the warning on behalf of the United States government at the Hubert Humphrey Fellowship Alumni Association annual seminar on promoting electoral integrity in Nigeria, prospects and challenges in Abuja yesterday. Olson, however, maintained that the United States does not have a candidate in the upcoming elections, while he supports all efforts to ensure the integrity of the 2023 elections. Recall that the United States government had imposed visa restriction on some individuals for their actions during the November 29 Kogi and Bayelsa elections and in the run-up to the September and October 2022 Edo and Ondo elections. Although the United States did not reveal the identities of those who have been banned, it said the decision reflects its commitment to strengthening democracy in Nigeria. On the 2023 elections, Olson said, and I quote, "The United States does not support any individual candidate or party in this election cycle. Our interest is in supporting credible and transparent elections that reflect the will of Nigerian voters in a process that is conducted peacefully. Full stop. Individuals seeking to undermine the democratic process, including through violence, may be found ineligible for visas to the United States. We have imposed visa restrictions in the past against those responsible for or complicit in undermining the democratic process and remain fully willing to do so again in the context of the upcoming elections." He advised parties, candidates, and their supporters to avoid language that tries to guarantee victory, adding that there is no true democratic election in which the outcome is foretold. INEC National Commission and Chairman Information and Voter Education Committee, Festus Okoye, disclosed that the 176,846 BVAs will be deployed to all polling units in the country, adding that the Commission will make available at least 2 BVA devices as backup to each of the 8,809 registration centers. While lamenting the Commission's platform, we are always subject to attacks by political actors and faceless individuals and groups using hackers, Okoye said. INEC is faced with a huge challenge of protecting its platforms and assets ahead of the general elections. He assured that INEC's data recovery centers will be upgraded and all its platforms enhanced. Okoye urged Nigerians to be vigilant by protecting their vote on election day, adding that INEC is firm on its resolve to conduct free, fair, transparent, and inclusive elections. The Commission will continue to be open and transparent in these technological innovations because election business is public business and the public has a right to know what the Commission is doing. Also, INEC has vowed to punish officials involved in the infractions and registration of underage voters during the last continuous voters registration (CVR) exercise. The Commission, however, maintained that proof of underage and multiple registration in its preliminary voter register is commitment to transparency. Okoye said the Commission cannot rule out infractions by its registration officials in allowing these ineligible persons into the register in the first place. So far, the Commission has been harvesting the online claims and objections. We will do the same for the manual process. At the end of the exercise, all claims and objections made will be addressed. In this way, citizens are contributing to the strengthening of our electoral process. We implore the public to follow the procedures and report these objections for the necessary action of the Commission. The Vice President of the Hubert Humphrey Fellowship Association and immediate past head of Publicity Division of Inec, Andy Izani, who moderated a seminar, paid tribute to the United States government for establishing the fellowship. Inec, at the end of its automated biometric identification system (ABIS) yesterday, identified 2,780,756 as the number of ineligible registrants in Kano State. The new Resident Electoral Commissioner (REC) in Kano, Zango Abdul, during a meeting with election stakeholders, said the preliminary register of voters in Kano currently stands at 5,927,565. It is preliminary because Section 19(1) and 2 of the Electoral Act 2022 requires the Commission to display the hard copies of the register of voters for each registration area, ward, and local government area, and simultaneously publish the entire register on the Commission's website for a period of 2 weeks for scrutiny, claims, and objections by citizens not later than 90 days to a general elections. Also, the REC reiterated the Commission, as mandated by law, would continue to monitor the activities of political parties as well as track the campaign finances of all political parties as provided by Sections 83, 85, 87, 88, and 90. 88, 90, 91, 92, and 95 of the Electoral Act of 2022. To this end, he urged politicians to critically study and pay attention to the provisions of the Constitution, Electoral Act, Police Act, and Public Order Act for the proper and peaceful conduct of political party campaigns, rallies, and processions. Similarly, the REC stressed that there will be no going back on deployment of bimodal voter accreditation system for voter accreditation and the transmission of results to the Inec result viewing portal on election day. Meanwhile, the Inspector General of Police, IGP Usman Alkali Baba, flanked by members of Nigeria Intelligence Committee, have warned political parties and governors against the use of thugs to disrupt political activities and rallies of opponents in their state. The IGP gave the warning at the police headquarters Abuja yesterday while addressing political parties, INEC, and other electoral stakeholders. Wow. Well, this is actually beautiful. It's a good thing that the United States is coming up. But me, I am asking this question. Since they have found out that some people, they are not, they have issue with the registration, what will happen to those people? Most especially people will be say, now them don't go sit down, queue. They wait to make them give them a PVC. What's going to happen to them? It's going to be unfair if those people are not given the opportunity to cast their vote. Something to be done. If you ask me, they should quickly do a 30 days